Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today, I'm going to do a video entitled PC versus Mac. And before I get into that, I'm going to say this because I said it on other videos, and unfortunately, I think some people missed it. The DVDs that I have for sale, the songbooks, they're in PC format, not Mac. Big difference. And you can go on the internet and find files to convert them over. So, anybody that unfortunately missed that oversight or missed that information, they can just simply, go online and they can find conversion files. But it's always good, if for some reason you're a Mac lover, and I'm gonna go and get into that, and you got a Mac and not a PC. I strongly suggest you have best of both worlds. Get you a PC because there's gonna be some times you're gonna have to use the PC for its format to gather information and data. Because my buddy, he loves Macs, and he kept trying to convince me, get you a Mac, man. I said, man, I don't be bothered with that. And here's the reason why. Mac, only probably 5% of the entire world use Macs. So right there, you got a problem. You're not going to be able to communicate with others because you got a different format going on. So that is not that's definitely not good for you. And supposedly the argument with Mac is they better work with music software programs. That's really not true. That's just been a marketing sale, and it's not true. And then here's the other one that's really not true, and a lot of people believe this to be true. Well, Macs are the only PC formats that can't get viruses. That's not true. And the reason why they don't get viruses is because hackers do not write viruses for Macs, because they figure, hey, if Mac is only 5% of the users in the entire world of PCs, we're not even gonna bother to write a program to hack you. So that's the reason why Macs don't get viruses, because no one writes them. 4 or 5% of the users of PCs in the world, so waste of their time, because their agenda is to wreak havoc on as many computer users as possible. So that's why they do what they do. So I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just trying to give you facts that might be a good idea to have both. If for some reason you stuck on having a Mac because they built Mac up to be this format where you can do a lot of good music software stuff. Because me personally, I'm old school. I don't want to do my stuff on computer-based stuff, because you don't get the same feel as you get as you listen to stuff that's done on analog. Any time of the day, pull on your headphones and pull up some Lonnie Liston Smith, some Roy Ayers, and listen to their stuff with your headphones. Just hear all this beautiful music from in the stereo spectrum. When you do digital music, you can't get that feeling, that warmth. So I don't really want to get into a different format. I mean, I do go in and I do stuff as a hired musician, and they use Pro Tools. I'm like, that's your thing, but when I do my thing, I'm pulling out the analog, because the analog has a different feel, and I don't want to get into this my computer crashing and slowing down nonsense too, because I did try, and I am I guess prolific. Well, I won't say prolific, but I'm well aware how to use the computer software programs to do music, but and I do that for my clients. But as far as me personally, I use analog. I don't really want to deal with the computer stuff. The computer crashes, the computer slows down. You got to load stuff and wait for stuff. I'm like, no, I just plug in my guitar and play. Hit the record button on my analog system and play. But that's just my opinion and my take. I like it the way it was, so I'm not trying to fix it. But I suggest anybody that has a Mac have a PC as a backup. So when you get files that you can't play on your Mac, there's your PC, load it in. Because like I said, PC is so limited. It's kind of like the early stages of the iPod. I remember my wife bought me one, and I was trying to load some sounds in it, like my MP3 player. And I had problems because at that time, I don't know if they changed it, you had to go to the Mac library or the Apple library to download stuff, and the way that it was done at that time was really retarded. If you had 300 songs on your iPod, and if you added one more, it kicked those 3 ones out. So then now you gotta dump the 3 into your computer, and then add the one you wanted onto that, and then dump it in. That made no sense to me. I gave that thing back to my wife. I said, you know what, take this back and get your money back, because this is some garbage. I'm like, my MP3 4 player plays fine, and I'm all good. So until next time, take care. Appreciate you coming to my channel.